Good afternoon, all. Camelback Trading.org coming to you this Wednesday afternoon, November 6th. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and NQ. So, again, banner day for the bulls, all-time highs in ES, SPX, SPY, NQ, Triple Q, and the Dow. Righty trying to head towards its all-time highs. Even the transport's trying to make a move. So, truly impressive. I think righty being up 6% had some longer-term money going into them as their volume was very heavy today. Okay? You could always tell by that. IWM averages 32 million a day. They did 71 million. That's long-term money that's underweight. However, ES and triple Qs, right, doing above average but barely. So, money running into the Russell. That's one thing to keep in mind. Now, NQ still has their all-time high in the overnight. NQ is also still balanced, for my money's worth, on the monthly. MBH, that's the monthly balance high, so we stretched it a little bit. I don't want to call the monthly up until we get some more extension. ES, because I had it down on the weekly, and I'll show you this on the charts when we get to them, is still balanced. So ES's range this week is the entire balance. We also have a potential for an outside week up, but there's still 2 days to go with the Fed looming ahead of us tomorrow. We all hold righty goes out with just the day's high and low. They did not get an overnight. That's it. They have nothing else to lean on and a large gap they held. NQ goes out with a double distribution day and a large gap below and an island gap. We have an island gap and the regular gap. Okay? We probe, but not enough where I'm going to use it in both ES and in NQ. ES goes out with a double distribution day and a large gap below, including an island gap. I would expect tomorrow for us to have some consolidation possibly inside it today. I'm not saying we won't make new highs tomorrow, but I wouldn't doubt if we get some consolidation prior to the Fed. Now, I'll trade tomorrow as a normal day up until 2 o'clock. And then again, the odds of me trading after 2 o'clock go down dramatically. I had a fantastic morning. We told the room, look, there's no reason to trade right away. It looked like NQ was definitely more accommodating early on than ES. ES couldn't even get the opening. NQ was above the opening. They got the overnight high. They got the IB high. So they were more accommodating, which gave me great opportunities. I got long in ES on a 5 lot. Looked like it was going to get the overnight high, and it backed off, and I was underwater very quick. But I added. I rarely do that. I went full boat, and she ripped. I made 310 points in a period on that one trade. I was thrilled. Then it came, I thought on the 945 turnover, it would push up. It didn't. I took a loss on that one of about 30 points. However, it pulled back to the 144, got long, made money on that, took back probably 20 out of the 30 I lost on that. So that was A period. I made 300 points in A. I was thrilled. B period, even though we couldn't one time frame up or down, because we had the overnight high, I was still looking for longs, right? We got below the opening, but then we got above it pretty good. Again, it was much different than ES. We never saw the opening after B period. ES couldn't get above the opening until G. So there were big differences there. So I had a decent time frame on ebb and flow in B. Not a lot, though. Then the next big trade was C period. I got 50 points on it popping the IB high on a 5 lot. And then when it pulled back in C period, I also got long at half back at that time where it was. Now, H period, I took a long because change was taking place. They were attempting to go trend, and I had just a one. I did not participate a lot on this whole move up. I did not. But I made small in H and NQ, and then I actually made just under 8 points in ES. I'm like, they're going to go get the IB high. So I got long at 50 on a 2 lot and basically took it all the way up to the overnight high. So, and that was my last trade. That was an I period. I did that. That was it. So it was a fantastic day. I got my staple trades. We saw the market well. And again, this is a very, very impressive bull market right now. Okay? So, and everybody's talking about maybe the market's getting stretched. I want you to realize a couple of things. NQ is attempting to come out of balance on the longer time frame to the upside, and same with ES on the intermediate with the weekly. So, very, very positive indeed. We'll see what tomorrow brings, again, with the Fed. I'm not going to go over the destinations. What I will do is go to our charts and look at a couple of them. So here's ES. Yeah, it still amazes me how we missed last month's low by 1 tick in ES. So the monthly is up and very healthy, right? The weekly, though, because it was one-time framing down for 3 weeks until we took out last week's high this week, is balance. So whatever this week's range turns out to be will be the balance. Then next week, if we take out the weekly high, I don't care what we take it out by, would be automatically up if we do that. So the weekly is still balanced for me. The daily, obviously, up, right? And we have a nice little 4-day island bottom at the lows. 65 million, not bad, but nothing great. Qs, 41 million. Again, nothing great. Now, triple Qs took out their all-time high by a decent amount, $3. But we don't go by triple Q. I do like looking at their charts, but NQ for me only stretched the all-time high in regular trading hours. Now, I know their all-time high is in the overnight. So for now, I'm going to keep NQ balance on the monthly. Weekly, however, I would call up. They just came out, right? They never took out last week's low. So they're coming out of balance to the upside, up. And the daily, they had an island island top. That was all taken back, and now we have an island bottom. So they're up on the daily. And then one more. Let's look at the Russell, because the little Russell is making some moves. Here's the all-time high. We haven't seen it in 3 years. Look at them exploding out of a 5-month balance. Will they get to that all-time high before they come back to balance? That's the question. Look at that weekly, up. Look at the daily, up. Look at that. They're up 6%. So guess what? The Russell is the only one with all 3 time frames up right now. And look at that daily bar. Quite impressive. 72 million shares. That's long-term money who finds himself underweight coming in to buy it. We'll see if it continues and it propels them to an all-time high. Fantastic day in the trading room. Come and join us. I hope you had a good day trading. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Enjoy your evening and get set for another wild day tomorrow with the Fed. And we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.